There we go. Along with the salad, we got the fish. All right, that's the first one on a frog. Guys, I got to be honest. There are times when you come out on the lake, when I came out today, I had no idea what I was going to shoot an episode on, but I saw the conditions. It's a very hot, sunny day, just scattered clouds around, and I took a look at some of the weed growth and thought, hey, looks like a frog day. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And what we're going to be talking about, guys, is when I make a decision between throwing a popping type frog and a regular frog, what I would call like a skittering kind of frog, and the things I do to catch fish. So we got one, and let's see if we can't catch a few more, and we'll talk a little bit more about what types of frogs to use in what situations. Stick around, guys. Welcome back to MFO, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. We're going to talk about different kinds of frogs to use. And again, this is what I would consider a normal hollow-bellied frog, what I kind of call a skittering type of frog, versus a popping frog. And you know, I've used popping frogs a lot, and I like them. I like them quite a bit. You know, I kind of use it like a pop-ar, but in situations where, you know, you can't use treble hooks and things like that. But I will tell you, on some of the weeds that we've got here today, I'm more likely to throw the skittering type frog than I am a popping frog. There's a lot of stuff up on the top, and when you throw that popping type frog, it has a tendency to just get mucked up on that concave mouth, and it ends up messing up a lot of the cast. But there are, as you can tell, as you look, there are a lot of holes in this. So this is, let me just say this. If I was throwing around lily pads and things like that, I'd probably be throwing a popping type frog. When I get to this scummy kind of stuff, I usually throw this skitter type frog. A couple other things that I will say before I get back to fishing. Number one, I have used a lot of different brands of frogs, and quite honestly, guys, and I've said this before, and I don't have any connection with the company, but I will throw a Spro frog. Most of my other frogs I don't even use anymore. It's just so frustrating. The hookup percentage on other brands of frogs is just terrible, and I really have a lot of confidence in those Spro products when it comes to the frogs and things like that. So that, for me, that's the brand that I use. The other thing that I want to say is that it's pretty much against my religion to throw a frog without having some rattles in it. You know, this frog right here has 2 plastic beads, 1 piece of split shot, and a rattle in it, just so that I've got a little bit of rattle. I don't know that I ever throw a frog without something in there. The weight, the little split shot gives it a little bit of weight, makes it sit a little lower in the water, you know, and I feel like that noise and vibration as it's coming across the top helps. And I've done episodes on this before. So let's throw frog a little bit more and see if we can't, you know, catch a few more frogfish. Just a quick reminder, guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, the notification button, send us your comments, tell us if you guys got any favorite frogs or things like that, or techniques, things that you do when you're topwater frog fishing. We'd love to hear about it. See, like right where that bait is now, a popping frog would be good in that situation, in those holes. But then when you get into this stuff, that's where it would mess up, which is why this skittering frog to me kind of makes sense what I'm doing. And I don't know whether you can see this or not, but there are two things that I'm paying attention to right now. The wind is coming in right where that bait landed. The wind is kind of blowing in on it, which makes me think that the fish would be on that edge. The other thing that I'm going to be paying close attention to is if I get a blow up, but one that doesn't commit to the bait, I'm going to either throw back in there again and see if I can't get them to go on it, or I'm going to see if I can throw something else in there and get them using a follow-up bait. There we go. Oh. Ugh. He swallowed that thing. Like I said, I think that there's a time and a place for the popping type frogs. There's a time and a place for the skitter frogs. Today was the skitter frogs, just had a lot of confidence. I used a Spro frog. I had some rattles in it. Something I didn't cover, but I think is pretty self-explanatory. Long, stiff rod, and braided line. I mean, there's no way that I ever throw a frog without braided line. Basic 101 frog fishing. I hope this was a little bit entertaining. Hopefully we got some blow-ups on camera and we caught a few fish. We'll be back again tomorrow for another episode of Mark Fisher Outdoors. Take care, everybody.